茅ヶ崎方式月刊英語教本クラブ Let's enjoy the study of current English with the latest news in English published by 茅ヶ崎出版 June issue by Gary and Tets皆さんこんにちは。茅ヶ崎方式月刊英語教本クラブ6月号へようこそ。特別初回バージョンをご覧になってからこのビデオ講義をご覧いただくことをお勧めします。今回の題材は月刊英語教本6月号ユニット5です。87ページにあるこの本の効果的な使い方を参考にユニット5を学習してからご視聴ください。6月号ユニット5の記事音声及び87ページに収録されているこの本の効果的な使い方は茅ヶ崎出版のホームページにも6月末まで掲載されています。では早速始めましょう。Complete the dialogue 1 A と B の2人の会話形式になっています。A は Tets、皆さんは B の役割を演じます。B のセリフには不完全な部分があります。その不完全な部分にはヒントだけが書かれています。ヒントをもとに学習した内容に基づいて会話を完成していきましょう。括弧に示されている制限時間を守るようにしてください。しっかり発話してくださいね。会話の流れに遅れないようにしましょう。Welcome to comment on the news today. We will ask people in the street about Japan's launching of talks with the EU about an economic partnership agreement. Sir, could you tell us what you know about this story? Do you think this will have any benefits for the Japanese economy? Thank you, sir. いかがでしたか？今から流れるモデルを参考にして何度でもトライしてみましょう。Complete the dialogue 1. Model. Welcome to comment on the news today. We will ask people in the street about Japan's launching of talks with the EU about an economic partnership agreement. Sir, could you tell us what you know about this story?
Yes, well, I think it's great that Japan and the EU have launched the first round of talks on an economic partnership agreement Monday.
Do you think this will have any benefits for the Japanese economy?
It's hard to say exactly, but if the talks are successful, I think it will. I mean, the accord would create a very large free trade zone. The zone would include 30% of global economic output, as well as 40% of world trade. That is significant.
Thank you, sir. 続いて Complete the Dialogue 2 です。Dialogue 1と同じ要領で会話を完成してください。I really don't understand how Japan can be so insular. Countries all over the world are putting together trade agreements while the Japanese government just rests on its laurels. All it does is bicker with its neighbors over geopolitical concerns. Why doesn't Japan do this in Asia? I didn't know that. いかがでしたか？今から流れるモデルを参考にして何度でもトライしてみましょう。
I really don't understand how Japan can be so insular. Countries all over the world are putting together trade agreements while the Japanese government just rests on its laurels. All it does is bicker with its neighbors over geopolitical concerns.
I think you are a little out of touch. The Japanese government's interest in trade agreements extends back at least 7 years. In April 2006, the Japan Business Federation issued a report calling for just such an agreement.
Why doesn't Japan do this in Asia?
It is. Haven't you heard about the round of talks between China, Korea, and Japan? Talks about a tripartite trade agreement were held in March.
I didn't know that.
Essay writing. Write an essay on the given topic using all the phrases below. Structure. 3 or more paragraphs, including an introduction and conclusion. Length. Around 200 words. 最後はエッセイライティングです。トピックとフレーズが流れます。その後、ポーズボタンをクリックして15分ほど時間をかけて書いてみてください。その後でこの先にあるモデルを参考に振り返ってみてください。
Essay writing. Topic.
The Japanese economy has been stuck in an economic rut for many years now, and its international position seems to be getting weaker. Do you think that the Japanese government has been doing enough to recover its economic strength and international position?
Use the following phrases.
Economic Partnership Agreement. Negotiate an accord. Free trade. TPP trade talks. Presence and influence.
Essay writing. Model. Now, please listen to the model by Gary.
As long as I have lived in Japan, the economic situation has been poor. The economic boom times of the bubble era had long since faded by the time I had arrived in '94. Since then, successive politicians have tried and failed to improve the situation. The news that the Japanese government had launched talks with the EU on an economic partnership agreement struck me as a step in the right direction. Should the parties manage to successfully negotiate an accord and set up a free trade zone that covers such a large percentage of both economic output and world trade, the benefits to the domestic economy will be substantial. Ditto the TPP trade talks with China and Korea in March, which was approved by the United States in April. This situation reminds me of a similar tripartite trade agreement between Canada, America, and Mexico in 1994. After the NAFTA treaty was approved, it eventually created economic benefits for the 3 countries. Should Japan succeed in establishing similar trade agreements with the EU, and here in the Asian region, I would expect it to significantly boost Japan's presence and influence globally, with tangible economic benefits for Japan's economy.
皆さん、準イッシュはいかがでしたでしょうか？また、ジュライイッシュ7月号でお会いしましょう。See you soon!